where the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says Somalia and Ethiopia have agreed on a joint declaration to resolve their dispute over the breakaway Somaliland region. Speaking at a joint news conference in Ankara, President Erdogan thanked the Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed for their historic reconciliation. Commending the agreement, the Ethiopian president said he hoped the deal would be the first step towards a new beginning based on peace and cooperation between both nations, and is hoping it would eventually ensure that Ethiopia, the most populous landlocked country in the world, gains access to the sea. He also pointed out that the joint declaration focuses on the future, not the past, and indicates that the two friendly nations will forge on in unity from now on. The 93rd Council of Ministers meeting has opened in Abuja with a focus to deliberate and improve on situations of the West African region on economic integration, regional cooperation, trade, democracy, food security, remittances, and fight against extreme terrorism. The two-day session of the Ecowas Council of Ministers opened with emphasis on the need for regional stability. The President of the Commission commended Senegal and Ghana for the success of the elections. Mr. Touray says the regional integrative project on gas aims to build a gas pipeline linking Nigeria to Morocco with future plans to extend to Europe, a framework for the establishment of an Ecowas renewable energy and energy efficiency. The President says it has been finalized by the ministers. The President also highlighted progress in tackling the high cost of air travels within the region with a strategy to harmonize air transport charges, fees, and taxes, and the Act seeks a cancellation of all of the taxes inconsistent with ICAO rules and principles, and a 25% reduction in passenger and security charges. Well, they discussed a whole lot of stuff. Let's bring in our foreign affairs correspondent, Moyo Thomas, to help us understand the projections of the Ecowas Commission. Moyo, talk to us about what were the key highlights or takeaways from you from this meeting?
Okay, so at the opening session, one of the important things are the progress highlighted by the President and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is the chairman of the Council of Ministers, is the progress the regional body has made in the last 1 year. Particularly, taking up from the story you just highlighted at this opening, the cost of travel within the region is so exorbitant. It is actually costlier to travel to another West African country than it is to go to Europe or some other, even Asia sometimes. So this has been a major concern for the regional body because it is impacting on trade, it is impacting on integration, which is a major focus of ECOWAS. So, so far, the President highlighted that they now have a framework that will reduce this cost, because taxes that are not within the regulations of ICAO would be removed totally. And countries, the ministers in the aviation sector have met, and they are formalizing, they are at the wrapping up level of agreement on how this would work. So we are hoping to see a reduced cost of travel within the region, which would impact on trade, investment, and then but one other highlight for today was the non-remittance of community levy that the President also highlighted. He said so far only about 40% has been remitted, and this is the money that is used for developmental purposes, especially in tackling food security that is affecting the region and insecurity. So he actually appealed to other to member countries to ensure they pay up their levy. This is not an amount that the country is supposed to pay, but the country is getting these taxes on behalf of ECOWAS, and they're just supposed to remit. So they have actually taken this money, but has not remitted to ECOWAS. So ECOWAS is appealing to member countries to ensure they remit so that they can meet up with the developmental agenda of the regional body.
Of course, one of the key things, we're hoping those airfares would go down as soon as possible so that you and I can travel across the West African region. But some of the things they had discussed is the regional integrative projects that's on gas. Now, talk to us about that and how they're trying to build a gas pipeline linking Nigeria to Morocco with future plans to get to Europe.
Okay, so he says the pipeline is about 6,000 kilometers. They're already working on it, and it's going to have some cubic meters of gas that will be supplied. You know, the region is blessed with natural resources in gas. We have enough gas that can be used for renewable energy, and Europe has been interested in Africa supplying gas to. So the pipeline they're trying to build now from Nigeria to Morocco, and then they intend to also extend it to Europe so that it can be the renewable energy plan for the region and the world can be achieved, and it's also a source of income for the region at the end of the day.
Foreign Affairs correspondent Moyo Thomas live for us there in Abuja. She's been talking about what happened at the opening session of the 93rd Council of Ministers meeting in the Federal Capital Territory. Just do keep an eye on other discussions for us.